So today I'm gonna show you how to take a regular picture and make it into a coloring book picture with Adobe Photoshop. So first thing you need to do is get a hold of a picture somehow, whether if you want to snipe one offline or if you already have one saved in your pictures or in any folder on your computer. So once you've decided what kind of picture you want and what you want to turn into a coloring book picture, you need to open up Adobe Photoshop and go to the photo editor. Once in there, there's three tabs: quick, guided, and expert. You're going to want to leave it on expert because you can't really do what I'm going to show you to do on either one of the other tabs. So anyways, go to File and Open. Find your picture wherever you put it on your computer. Mine's just in my Pictures folder, and open it up. Now, since you're gonna turn this into a coloring book picture, you're most likely probably gonna want to print it off. So you need to readjust the image size, or at least find out what the image size is, so it's a realistic, size for when you want to print it. So first step, go to image size, change this over to inches. So yeah, we're at a width of 13 1/3 inches and 7.5. So let's change that to, we'll do a height of 5 inches, and it'll automatically, so it doesn't screw up the resolution too much of your picture, make it what it needs to be, and that's what it'll shoot it out at, and that's pretty close. And then when you adjust the image size first, it will also redo the canvas. It'll make the canvas size the same size. So on most pictures anyways. So that's handy. Alright, next order of business is to go to Enhance. Now, what you want to do to make it the black and the coloring book picture turn out well is convert it to black and white, which you can also do by Alt-Control-B. And press OK. You can change what kind of hue you want, and that stuff you kind of got to play with as you go along, because certain pictures will do better or different depending on how you do this, and on other things that we'll get to later on in the video. But for this picture, I've found that the scenic landscape is the one that usually works the best. You may also want to adjust your sharpness. I usually just use auto sharpen. It usually works the best. You can also color contrast, haze removal, any of these via your need of whatever kind of picture you have. If you have a person or a picture of an old farmstead or whatever, you might need some of that, especially if you're using a picture that you might have taken on an older camera or something. But I'm gonna leave it just at that. So yeah, you kind of gotta have to play with that as it goes along. So now you go over to Filter, and I'm going to show you two ways to do this. There's a couple ways you can make your picture into a coloring book picture, but I found that there's two best ways, and one of them is my favorite, but I'll show you the two better ways to do it. First one is go down to Stylize and find Edges. And there you go. It'll do this. We can't adjust it. You can't really do a whole lot with it, but this is what it shoots you out at. And for this picture, it works pretty good. Many other pictures, I've tried a few other pictures. It doesn't work nearly as well, but it's again you kind of gotta play with it and find your own way. Another one that generally works and is much more easily doable. First, we'll undo that. Go back, you go down to Stylize, no, go down to Sketch and to Photocopy, and it'll shoot you up this whole list of, you can have all sorts of different things you can do to pictures, but we don't want any of that. We want just Photocopy. And on Photocopy here, you can see this is what it shoots you out, but you can play with the contrasts and the detail and the darkness a lot. So you can make it really dark and really detailed, or you can, which is going to be much more better suited for a coloring book picture, you can make it lighter detail and a little less darker, so all you get is just the outline edges. And you can play with that as how you choose. Whatever looks best and is going to work best for your picture. A lot of people like the Photocopy one a lot better because you can adjust it You get that detail instead of the find edges tool. But I find they both depending on the photo, they both have their parts where they work better or don't work better. So we'll leave it at that. And there you go. There's your picture of there's your coloring book picture. And you can do anything else you want to it after that at that point. Alright, well thank you, and I hope you found this useful.